Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Please, let's ignore the flu today. I know you hear it probably, but box of rain. Looks like my nostrils at the moment. And the weather, actually. And I look out the window. Oh. Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Oh, gee. This reading is just... Okay. Wildflower, it says. They both came in the reverse. This also. Oh, let's just take like it is. Spirit. Huh. Clean kitchen, right? We all like it when it's clean, right? So, it seems to me that you are in a situation currently where you are boxed in, right? Like so. Boxed in, and the box of rain. I really like this image somehow. It's weird though, right? Because, well, usually we don't want to be in a box of rain, right? But if you see it, I think there's some purpose to it. That you are holding yourself. I think you are holding yourself in a box of rain. Somehow. Purposefully. I'm drawn to the movement of those, I don't know what this is, those things outside of the box. I mean, this is nature, and the soil is red, though, which is interesting, right? Red is a color of passion and love, and inside the box, the color is yellow, right? Of those, they look like shapes of a house or something, right? They are yellow, and yellow is, I think, well, yellow is a very bright color usually, right? But not in this image. In this image, like, not even here in the flowers, but yellow is the color of envy sometimes also, I think. And I think that's your standpoint at this point, where you say you don't want to be you want to find the joy inside the box of rain, and not by external circumstances. And you are demanding this at this point, I think. You know, it's about finding the joy within yourself, and not trying to find it by an outside circumstance somehow, right? Like, it can be anything, right? It's almost like the box of rain is some sort of how's it called? Where you, a dark room where you don't hear anything and don't see anything. I just don't have it in my head right now, but it's this feeling of you want to create the magic within the box of rain, and I think your magic does also spread outside of the box of rain. It's a very intense self-finding phase somehow, and I really get the feeling that you have a lot of feelings about breaking out of this. But I think you know yourself well enough that if you would do this, you know, for example, just, yeah, you know, when we are too long or very long inside the box of rain, we sometimes get those energy bursts that make us want to escape, right? And it's very spontaneous and yeah, maybe intuitive, but I'm a bit hesitant to say that because it's more a bottled up reaction to the boredom or the loneliness or the darkness that you experience inside the box of rain. Yeah? It gets boring when you don't search, and when you are just trying to be in the box of rain. It's a lot of talk about the box of rain, but it's very important because all the other cards, they look to me what this escapism feels like. It's a demand to the universe that you want to get the nice feelings that you would get maybe from all those other cards, you know. You want to have those feelings within the box of rain. And this is a typical, where you see it, travel, surfer. It's this very light vibe of living from day to day and without concerns for tomorrow, and see what every day brings, and just being free and traveling. You know, it's all of this, right? But you somehow just want to feel those feelings first in the box of rain. The question is, though, you know, is this possible? Because so your weird banana self, and you know, it's just, look at her. She's in the... So if I look at those cards, right, they are outside the box of rain, and she looks, well, neutral, I'd say. Well, a little bit, yeah, I don't know. She just looks... She doesn't look like she has any emotions whatsoever, right? She's just neutral. And a little bit, I would just want intense eyesight, right? Like intense... Yeah. Yeah, and whereas she looks very I think she looks empty, because her eyes, like the pupils, there are no pupils. It's like, and if you look at this was on the happiness card, right? With banana and spirit on a travel. Well, you know, the thing is, when you are inside the box of rain, right? When you're inside the box of rain, you look outside the box of rain, right? And maybe you see other people, right? What do you mean? Observing them, right? 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 Like a bird on a tree, right? You just look. And, yeah, I mean, you can observe people and see what they are doing, but, right? You just want to find the key within yourself and not anywhere else. And this means in any circumstance. It can be a relationship, it can be anything external to you. You just want to find the happiness within you, and this is again external, right? This This is a beautiful beach. You don't have life happening at a beautiful beach with beautiful weather every day. You don't. And travel, well, some people travel every day, right? It's a lifestyle for people, right? But even this is an external circumstance. And it can be very uplifting mood-wise. Right? It can be, because it feels empowering when you have when you make the decision to travel, when you do it, and when you do it maybe even alone. It's very empowering, right? But again, it's also a distraction. It goes two ways now, right? It could be that you're hesitant to do things because you are overwhelmed by them. You know, when you have been inside the box of rain for a long time and you break out of the box of rain for just a short while, you know, maybe you just go travel for a weekend, for example, right? It's so, it can be overwhelming, right? All the new impressions and everything, and then all you want to do is go back to the box of rain for just recalibration and reducing of intensity, right? But also it really feels a bit, now it goes into the spirit world, right? Because I think you have something something about you makes you feel like, now it's getting a little bit otherworldly. You think that the box of rain is Earth, right? And somehow everything is overwhelming on Earth when you are not from Earth. It really feels a bit like alienated and everything, right? And the box of rain also doesn't particularly mean that the box of rain is filled with rain or just bad weather. Even if you say that, and who judges that? Nature doesn't think that rain is bad weather. Not at all, actually. Nature thinks that rain is very beneficial, right? And that rain is also something that promotes growth, right? And you are growing. You certainly do, because of all the flowers here that are being watered by the rain. It feels really intense, like an intense healing phase, when you lock yourself in and you don't allow yourself to go out. You know, where the slightest change to the normal routine feels like you've traveled the world, right? So overwhelming also. And somehow also the box of rain feels like you are an observant, you know, because you are just sitting inside a dark box. But what you I think what you can suspect is that inside the box of rain you are growing something very magical, because all those flowers, they have auras. If you see that, it's interesting, right? It's like they are spirits being watered by your tears, maybe. I'm really getting sad, but maybe you have placed yourself in the box of rain just to feel the contrast, of the times which are sunny, right? Sunny beach weather, right? I think you know that, right? Because without the box of rain, you wouldn't feel the warmth of warm weather, and the beauty of togetherness, maybe even. It's just how long do you want to stay there? That's the question. How long? Does it go on forever if you don't ever leave the box of rain? Or do you know when you need to leave? Because as I said, you do get certain pushes towards escaping. Build up momentum, right? I think you just want to get to the source of it all, to the root, right? And dig it out and heal this somehow. But you will know. I'm pretty sure that you will know. Yeah. You will know. But take as much time as you need inside the box of rain. Because you are growing something. And sometimes you just don't see what you're growing, right? Maybe it's something creative. Maybe it's just that you are crying all the tears that you couldn't cry for years. Until the box of rain cannot be filled with rain anymore because there's no rain left, right? It's just strange, you know. In this box of rain, I see the tears, the diamonds, watering the plants. But when I look out of the box of rain, I also feel rain. Because when I look at those cards, I feel sadness. Because it feels like the fear of missing out. The fear of... It's not a fear. It's more this observation of the longer you are in the box of rain, the longer you will experience the same. Right? You're searching for a feeling, I think. And the feeling needs to come from within. And it's almost stupidly stubborn how you hold yourself in the box of rain. You will find it. Right? And once you found it, then you will do something. But when you didn't find it, then you will just stay in the box of rain. I think that's what it's... Right? A very intense phase that you're currently going through. So I really hope this reading is somewhat helpful for you. It was just describing something, right? Maybe it's just helpful for you also if someone tells you that it's totally okay, right? That there's no need to change, to chase those external circumstances. You know what those monks do? They just lock themselves up in a house in the mountains and they never go out of this, right? And they find something there too, right? So it's not all gold with what glitters, and you must be sure that you find something in the box of rain. And because you're sure that you're finding something in the box of rain, something of great value, right? That you find something of great value inside the box of rain. And every temptation that Earth has to give for you is tempting, like the word says, but you want to find something inside the box of rain. I'm getting almost angry, as if you have to justify what you are doing. Right? But because you are so certain that you will find something inside the box of rain, you will find something in the box of rain, and it will be worth it. Right? It will be worth the sacrifice of immediate joy. It will be worth it. And I'm really like, it will be worth it. So, Spirit has spoken. Let's see. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And bring love into the situation. See? Yeah. Good. Well done. See? Cards don't lie. Right? Yeah. So, let's see who this reading is for. Taurus. Well done. Yeah, enjoy your findings when you have found it. Yeah, so additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.